Hello everybody, welcome back. In today's video, we have a lot to cover. A really interesting charts to share with you, so watch till the end. So the big question is the bottom in or not? I think we already saw the bottom in the market, and I'll show you why. So what does that mean? Should I jump into the market tomorrow or should I wait for a pullback? A lot of people miss this explosive move, okay? And so everybody's feeling FOMO. Everybody wants to get into the market. Is that going to be a wise decision? Think about it. I think we are going to see a pullback very soon, either this coming week or the week after that. And most likely, I think it's the next week. So stay tuned. We're going to answer all these questions. And if you find value in today's video, kindly subscribe if you like, and give a thumbs up, and see you soon. So the only reason I think the market has bottomed is because we have seen peak inflation. The market was coming down because inflation was rising. And we have seen that in 1974. I've shown this so many times before in my previous videos that you can see on this chart that white line is your inflation and blue is your S&P 500. So S&P 500 going down while inflation is rising. Okay? And see when the inflation peaked, the market bottomed and market started going up. Okay? So we know that if inflation peaks, that means the market is thinking 9.1%, which we are currently at. Oh, sorry, 8.5 is which we are currently at, and 9.1% was the peak right here. And the market has started rallying after seeing that 8.5% CPI report. So if you believe that inflation has peaked, then market is already bottom, and we're not going to see that low again. But if inflation could change in the future, let's say any macro environment changes, China lockdown, or something else happens in the world, right? And commodities start going up, oil starts going up. So definitely follow this channel, and I'll keep you updated if any of those kind of things changes. Because if inflation peaks again, or if inflation starts rising again, and if the U.S. oil rises again, we could see inflation going up. And if that happens, market is going to come back and retest this low. Okay, so that's the reasoning to why the market has already bottomed. It's all based on assumption that the inflation has peaked. So let's say the inflation has peaked already. 9.1% was the max peak. So what does that mean? Is the market going to go like this, straight all the way to the peak? Or the market is going to have a pullback and then break this trend line and then go and do this? That's what most likely is going to happen, because markets, whenever they come to a trend line resistance or just a normal resistance, they actually usually get a sell off, because a lot of people are going to take profits right here. So the market's going to have a pullback, and then a lot of the other people who did not catch this move, they're going to see that as a great opportunity to get into the market, and they start piling in, and that's when we see a break of the key resistance. And this is actually really solid break. If we see this kind of move, that's when we really break the resistances. We don't want to see this, because when that happens, it could also come back like this. So we don't want to see that. So it's good that we'll get into this area, and we are most likely going to see a pullback and then retest the trend line and break it and then go back up. So let's look at the daily chart and see where we're gonna have problems. So we are getting in this key area, 4,300, huge area of resistance. I mean, see how much time we dwelled in this area and we could not get back up. Okay, so market is going to get into that area, and there will be some sell off. And we actually won the sell off because this rally has been great, like just explosive move. Okay, so where do we think the market's going to pull back? Is it going to be 41.85? Previous resistance is going to act as a support now, or the market's going to come back here. So there are two actually scenarios that could play out. So the market will actually go to this area, the box that I drew. That's where I think the market's going to go. little bit over the resistance. Okay. And we'll see. We'll find out in the next week if that really happens. But that's what I think is going to happen. Then we're going to come back to 4182 and 200 moving average, 200 daily EMA is going to act as a dynamic support. Okay. We come back down, people start buying in, and we break. Okay. Or the second thing can happen is this. We get a pullback and we actually come back down a little bit further down to this area. Okay. Previous support can act as support, 20 moving average, 50 moving average, both are going to be curling up like this in this area by the time the price comes right here. And that is going to be a big support, and the market will go from here. I think this is what's going to play out. And I don't have the charts right now, but in the next week, I'll show you the max pain for this week is around 405. Okay, that means if the market closes around 405, somewhere here, then Wall Street is going to make maximum amount of money. So the other reason why I think there has to be a pullback is if you look at S&P 500 stocks above the 50-day moving average, we're currently at 92.04. What that means is basically 92% of the stocks in the S&P 500 are currently above their 50-day moving average. This is an explosive reading, okay? So if we go back in time and look at the previous bear market, so if you just look at 2018 and 2020, we always want to see this. This is a good sign. See, when the market actually comes out of a bear market, like in 2020, right? When we started coming out of the bear market, we saw this great move, explosive move, okay, around same 92% reading, okay? Does that mean we just stay overextended like this? See what happened once we reached 92% reading. We had a small pullback. Okay. That's what we are expecting at this time also. We are going to get a pullback. Go back to 2019, 2018 time when the market bottomed right here. Okay. We were recovering and we saw this explosive move again. Same similar reading, 92%. See what happened. It had a smaller pullback. I'll zoom in. See, there was a small pullback, but there was in both situations. So currently, we are doing the same thing. We are coming out of a bear market, right? And we have seen this explosive move. This was the bottom. And we are going to see a small pullback like this, and then we go up higher. Let's look at the put call option volume. So if market participants are more bearish, then the market is going to rally. If they're more bullish, then the market is going to go down. So see what happened back in April and back in June. Okay. People were so bullish, then what did the market do? It went down. Okay. And back here, when we were rallying, people were bullish, and then market actually tanked. And then people became bearish, and then the market actually rallied. So where are we currently? We're currently at this nice line, okay? We are so bullish, right? And we are seeing the same readings that we had back here. So bullish, right? Because we were going up, and then market actually crashed after that. Okay, I'm not saying the market crash is going to happen, but we definitely are due of a pullback. So we are so bullish, right? We have seen this reading now, and market's been going up. Obviously, people are going to be bullish, right? But are we due for a pullback? We are definitely hitting a reading where we should see a small market pullback like we have seen in the past back here. Okay, it always works that way. It always works. When you're so bullish, see the market actually goes down. When you're bearish, market actually goes up. You can see that how it works out, right? Because somebody's making the market, right? So let's look at the smart money versus dumb money confidence. Okay, smart money is the blue line, dumb money is the black line. So unfortunately, retails are considered as dumb money. You, me, all of those people watching this channel. Okay, and because we usually trade based on our emotions, and we're not that objective in majority. That's why it's called dumb money. Okay, so what's been happening? You can see that the smart money confidence is actually going down, right? It's curling down, while the dumb money is just piling up, right? They're very confident. Here there was like mommy, and here they're like, I don't care, I know the market. Okay. So this when happened in the past, right, around March and April time. See, the smart money was reducing their positions while the market was going up like this, right? And see what followed after that. The market went down. So smart money was predicting that the market's going to have a turn, and actually that's why they were reducing their position size. Same thing back here before we had this pullback, they were reducing their positions, and the same thing they're doing today. They're reducing their positions while the dumb money is just piling up. Same thing they were doing back here, they were piling up. Same thing we were doing back here, we were piling up. So when they're doing something opposite than us, we got to be careful. So that's why I'm telling you, be careful. Let's look at what retail is doing. So is retail buying puts or retail buying calls? You can see back here in April to May of 2022, retail was heavily buying calls, right? See right here, 0.5%, 0.5. So people were more bullish, and see what happened. Boom, we went down. And then we went bearish, retail went heavily bearish. Look at that amount of puts they were buying, and the market just reversed, right? So ideally, what I wanted to see is this reading to basically come back down here. So then I could have confidently told you, okay, we're gonna see a pullback, but we're not seeing that yet. I hope that next week, maybe by Monday or Tuesday, retail buys a lot of calls, and then we can say, okay, the market pullback is coming. I mean, see back here what happened back in 2022. Retail was buying puts heavily, and see the market just reversed after that. Okay, so very interesting concept, and sentiment plays a huge part in the market psychology. I mean, it's all about psychology. If you can understand, what the crowd is doing, you want to stay away from that. So definitely follow the channel if you like, and we're going to cover all these things in future videos as well. What's happening with the VIX? So currently we're sitting at 19.53, which is really low. We're below 20. And have you seen that in the past? Yes. Same year in 2022, around 28th of March, the VIX was at below 20. This is a perfect time for the VIX to go up. Okay, like it did back in March, right? We were at the peak at that moment. See right here, VIX came back down below 20. VIX spiked, market fell down. Where are we right now? VIX 20. VIX could spike back up. We are overextended, market could have a pullback. So this is like perfect opportunity for the VIX to go up and the market to come down. Let's look at the 2-year yield. This is very interesting, and I'm telling you, watch the yields, how it reacts. Because what I don't like is the way the market rallies, and and the US 2-year doesn't go down. So what's happening is US 2-year, as you can see, is going up, or actually it's consolidating, right? But the market is just going up. So if US 2-year spikes back up to this area, then the market has to fall. If it doesn't fall, guys, beware. Wall Street is setting traps everywhere. So if the 2-year goes up and the market doesn't fall, I would personally, reduce my positions. And so we are definitely near a pullback, and the US 2-year hasn't been going down. It's really concerning. So keep an eye on this. Keep watching. It's really important. Um, I also want to bring up in the next video, we have to start talking about the U.S. midterm elections. So the midterm elections, it's for the House and Senate seats. That's in November 8th of 2022, if I remember correctly. So the reason I'm bringing that up is because we are approaching that time frame, September and October, where we usually see high wicks. So volatility goes up because we are going into the midterm election. I'm going to bring up the stats next week. So definitely stay tuned. and follow the channel, and we'll definitely cover all those things. So September, October are really, it's going to be bad months for the S&P 500. So it does make sense that the S&P 500 is rallying right now, and we could see a pullback in September and October, and then November, December actually are going to be really great months. So we're going to bring that stats next week. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. We did bring a lot of sentiment kind of stuff, which I personally follow. And so that will definitely help you in trading. And so give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed today's video, and let me know in the comment section if you have any feedback or what do you think about the market. If you agree with me or not agree with me, it's fine. We should have both kind of opinions. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.